Hello, hello, Chalkin'History friends. Happy Saturday. It's officially the weekend. Hopefully everyone's having a great day so far. It's my wedding anniversary today. Yay! Yeehaw. Say hey as you're hopping on. You'll see a red live box at the top left corner of your screen. That means you're live with me. I've got a couple couple orders I got, so I combined it in one box so that we can show you everything that's new in the shop lately. Come on in and let's begin. Hello, hello. Let's see if let's actually make sure we're live. Turn down that volume. Okay, all right. Looks like we are live. So hello, hello. You guys, I got two of these boxes. However, like I said, I combined it into one. So let's go ahead, unbox, and then we'll do a quick semi-quick project. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna not have this box sitting here. So let's unload. We got some poo and we got some Prada. Let's see, where can we put this where it's easily accessible? Let me do some rearranging here. Oh. All right, let's move this. There we go. Here's our poo. Remember I said I got another set of the picket fence, so we're gonna do that coastal style eventually. So I'm excited about that. I got another Fangirl. You guys, Fangirl is still available, so grab her while you can. She's pretty. We still need to use her though. I got some Prada. I have some After Dark designs, so we'll show those quickly, or maybe not at all. Here's some more Prada. I got a couple extra paste singles. I just threw some colors in there. So we got Wisteria, Dune, Candy Apple Cherry, Peach Cobbler, and Vanilla. You can never get too much vanilla, so we'll put those to the side. And then I got another one of our round trays that we just released because I want to do that coastal style too. So we're all about the coastal here. All about it. So, all right, puppy will be probably barking because daddy is outside. So we're also going to use this month's club transfer with what, oh shoot, I forgot to grab oh darn, I forgot to grab our canned koozies. All right, well, we need to do that. We'll have to do that real quick. Okay. So let's do Prada. This says, is there some reason my coffee isn't here? Good old Miranda. She was quite bossy. And then, of course, just the logo, The Devil Wears Prada. If you want to make a t-shirt, or if you're really loving that movie, actually the sequel, part 2, or not part 2, but The Devil Wears Prada 2 is coming May 1st. So that will be out. I'm not sure if that's going to be like available to stream or if it's just going to be in theaters. Not sure. Okay. Devil Wears Prada. This says, details of your incompetence do not interest me. That's that one. This one says, please. It's dark. I can't read it without opening it. Remember, this size transfer too, the heat transfers, the 8.5 by 11 or 8 by 10. You get 2 in a pack. So it says, please bore someone else with your questions. Boy, she was not nice. Okay, and then this one, you have no style or sense of fashion. I would recommend lighter clothes for these because the white does not transfer. So you definitely want to go as light as you can. If you don't like a white shirt, go just a little bit off-white so that this transfers correctly. You could do like creams and golds and that kind of thing probably, you know, because the purse would probably come out gold, which would be cool. But you're going to lose that redness, I think. You're going to lose that a little bit. And then, of course, the classic shoe. The Devil Wears Prada. So that's that one. Again, After Dark. We have an After Dark line. It's kind of snarky, sassy, dirty. Can put off a lot of people. So if you're not interested in that, that's fine. But if you're interested in seeing what we have available, go ahead and comment dark. I'll put that in there. Comment dark. I'm going to say for X-rated designs. Okay. So that we do have a line. We don't advertise it because it's not for everybody, but if you like that kind of thing, this just says, I baked you some shut the, and then it's just got things, some words on there. And then this is a crow that's, you know, saying his thing. So that's what we have there. That's the After Dark. And that was the Prada, some of the Prada line. So we'll put that back because we're not going to use Prada today. Let's look at the Pooh. This guy, this is the Winnie the Pooh storybook font. This is the font. This is part of the Collaborators Collector's Edition bundle. This is an exclusive transfer that you'll get for free if you buy the whole bundle, okay? You can't find this just by itself. So that's the font. My favorite story is with you. So cute. My spelling is wobbly. Good old Pooh. He had the best sayings. Here's our heat transfers. We'll look at those later. 100 Acre Quality, Pooh's Farm. He's carrying his wagon of honey. The honey division. And here's the whole gang. Winnie the Pooh, Pooh Bear and Pals. You got Tigger and Eeyore and Piglet. Here's another one. What could be more important than a little something to eat? Pooh was always hungry, always hunkering for that honey. Eeyore says, relax, take a moment. Isn't that the truth? Some people, we just need to relax. We just need to relax. Here's a cutie. This is Winnie the Pooh, all smiles. So there's 3 different little faces of Pooh. His mouth is open here, his little tongue is sticking out, and that's just like a little smirk. Cutie. Sometimes the thing to do is nothing. Sometimes it's just nice to just sit and not have to talk. And whoever you're with just knows, right? They just know. It just be. Nothing else to do, just be. And then this one's amazing. This is a C-size. I think my screen's a little crooked. It says, it's got Winnie the Pooh, or Pooh for short. This itself can be used for so many things. You can put other things inside. You can do heat transfers inside instead of doing Pooh. You're going to see this a lot in the community. A lot of people are going to just decorate with that. And coincidentally, it kind of corresponds with our club of the month, right? So they kind of went off this, made it bigger for you so that you can do more things with it. Okay, so that's that. That's all the Pooh transfers. I thought maybe, well, I thought I was going to do the little Pooh faces today, but I think we'll save that for a different day. What then I thought, and I still have to grab them, so you'll have to excuse my absence for a minute or two while I dig them out. Put away in the closet. Here's the heat transfers. These are so cute. This is just like a big montage of the different little stamps. You got Tigger and a little beehive, Eeyore, Pooh, Piglet with some blueberries. So cute. This one says 1 in a million, Pooh, feeling cheerful today? Question mark, Eeyore, never. You are so loved, says Piglet, and Tigger says, I'm the only one. So I thought I would use their little faces with our canned koozies. So I need to grab them. This says shine bright. This would be cute on a toddler's, maybe a little blanket for a toddler, or a shirt. It's kind of big for a shirt. I don't know. I guess you could put it on a shirt. It would work. But he says shine bright. And this one's an awesome one. P is for Pooh. Isn't he cute? All right, so excuse me for a minute. I am going to go run into another room and grab my canned koozies because I totally forgot to grab those. So I'll be but a moment, and I'm going to also warm up my heat press here. We're gonna get that going, and just give me a second, guys. I'll be right back. I've got them coming. All right, let's see. Trying to see if it says what they are. For sublimation or HTV. Okay. Got our canned koozies here. So much fun. All right, let's grab our pressing pillow here so that we don't burn anything. And I think I have to do their faces first, and then we'll use the club transfer afterward. Okay, here's our can koozie. Let's grab one of these guys. Again, you get 2 sheets of your heat transfers. So that's good. We can use something, do something else with them. Come on out here. Don't be shy, right? Don't be shy. There's that. We'll put the other sheet away. Let's grab some scissors. Oh. Okay. I think. So we either do the saying and not the name. Or do you think we can get it all on there? Let's see. Let's cut one. Let's cut these up here and see where it falls here. If we can get the whole thing on there. Let's see here. 1 in a million. I feel like I should do, like, cut the name off and maybe put the name on the bottom would be cute. Don't you think? I think that would be cute. All right, so we're gonna have to cut the name out. Okay, so we've got Pooh here, and we'll do their names on the bottom. I think that'll be cute. All right, let's get all these names cut out so I don't forget. There's also, of course, not the slug line, but they do have the copyright. So that's up to you. I mean, it's kind of there. You can't really cut it out. So that will kind of transfer over, which is fine. I don't mind. I mean, they got the copyright. Might as well let them have it, right? Okay. Now I gotta get some tape. Where's my tape? Where are you? Oh, I'm live, honey. Don't call me now. Where's my transfer heat tape? Here it is. Okay, let's cut this down so we can tape it down a little bit here. Okay, that's garbage. 1 in a million. How stinking cute. Little Pooh. The little Pooh bear. Okay, let's get this cut. Honestly, we're not gonna probably do, if we don't just do his face, then we can't do the monthly club. But we could do the monthly club with the Mickeys and the Minnie face. We're just playing. We're playing with the heat transfers today. They're so fun. Okay, let's get this placed. Trying to make it, now the stars are going to be a little off, but it'll at least be centered, I think. Okay, you want to use your placement tape to get that down. Let's do this here. Okay, that's that guy. Let's move these so they don't accidentally get under the heat. We're also going to grab our Teflon sheet, and then let's go ahead and press start. We're going to do it at 360 for a minute and see what happens. We'll take a quick little peek. I'm going to apply some pressure. See what happens. Oh my gosh. Who doesn't love a cute little can koozie, right? I think we're down to about 18 seconds. See what happens here. Two, one, beep. All right, let's see. Let's just take a little peek. Little peek-see. Oh, that's hot. Yikes. That was hot, friends. That was hot. Oh my goodness, how cute. Look at this. Oh, look at Pooh Bear. Look how cute. Aw. This is going to be the difficult part, right? Trying to get Pooh here. Let's see how big Pooh is. We can always just move it up maybe. We could do that. We could move it up. Let's do that. That way it's, because that's going to be awful hard for me to press that. I could always do it on the back, but I think for the next ones, what we'll do is make sure we move it up so that we can fit the names. But let's get Pooh's name on there. Let's get it positioned where we want. Make sure it's not crooked. It's kind of crooked here. Okay, I think that's good placement there. Let's grab some tape. That piece there, let's grab another one from that transfer. These, they only work once. Okay, now let's put this back on. Do it for another minute. Apply pressure. I'm going to remove the tape from these. And we're just going to put it over here so we can use it on the next one. Aren't they adorable? Oh my gosh. So sweet. 30 seconds. Note to self, don't touch the Teflon because that gets hot. It's very warm today. We are sitting at about 84 here in South Carolina. Very, very warm. Hubby's outside doing some yard work. I told him I would help, but I told him I had to go live first. So we'll see. He may come in and have it all done. All right, let's see if it took. Yep, it sure did. Of course it did. Oh my gosh, so cute. So next time we'll lift the character up a little bit so that we can fit the name. All right, on to the next one. We got Pooh. Look at cute little Pooh. All right, let's do our next one here. Cranking right along. Who's this? Who do we have? We have Tigger. Okay, like I said, we're gonna lift him so that we can get Tigger. Let's find his name. Yeah, that's what we gotta do. We gotta lift it. Okay, and I'm gonna try to trim as much as I can because that helps with taping. Just don't cut the design. These scissors kind of have a mind of their own. Hold this up, put that up a little bit there. All right, let's tape this guy down. Let's tape it here. You want to get it on the design or like on the heat transfer and then on your material so that it sticks. Okay, and then let's do one more. All right, got that. And then after that, we'll do his name, and we're gonna just keep cruising right along here. All right, start. You know, maybe I'll just leave that there, and we're gonna keep getting all these ready. How's that sound? Okay, let's just cut off whatever excess we can here. Let's get a sprinkle out, shall we? If you are able, go ahead and give us a share, like that, like our video. Give us some love. Let's see, is that, maybe it's Winnie. Was that a minute already? Okay. Let's see. Let's see how that one turned out. We're gonna just take a little peek here. Yep. That was a minute. Oh my gosh. So cute. I mean, how fun, right? If you have a bunch of friends over, everyone gets their own koozie. So fun. All right, let's get his name down. So let's take these off. Tigger. Tigger, Tigger, Tigger. He's just a fun-loving little clumsy guy, isn't he? All right, right there, I think is good. Tape it down there, tape it down there. Okay, let's get that. Grab the tape. No sense in throwing that away when it's reusable, right? All right, let's get this one done. Eeyore, Eeyore. I wonder how they came up with the names. Piglet and Eeyore. That would be a great Google question. How did Walt Disney come up with the names? Would love to know. Cute, cute, cute. Okay, got that taped down. We're sitting at about 18 more seconds for this one. Let's get the next one cut. Piglet. Whoa, it's moving on me. Hopefully that didn't blur it. All good. Ticker's all good in the hood. Woohoo! In the neighborhood. How stinking cute. Okay, so we got Pooh and we got Tigger. Let's get Eeyore done. It's okay, Mobley Bear. He's staring out the window looking at his dad, saying, Dad, where are you? Why won't you come in the house? Dad's working in the yard, buddy. Daddy's working in the yard. All right, let's get this guy taped up. Little Piggly Wiggly. Have you ever heard of that grocery store, Piggly Wiggly? It's a grocery store down here. Probably just do 2. That should be good for that one. Let's do the names. Let's cut around Piglet's name. There's that one. And then let's do Eeyore too. Let's remove that. See how this transferred. Awesome. All right, Eeyore. Let's get his name on here. Something must have been on that transfer. Okay. I may have to put this a little bit over his ear, and that's okay. Just so that the Y in his name shows up. Okay. Tape it down. Tape that down. All right, let's get that set. I fed him. All right. The boxes by the front door can go. I am laughing. Okay, 25 seconds to go. Okay. That should be good. There we go. So cute. All right. And then last but not least, we got little Piglet here. So 360 for a minute is working. Just read as if you were to get if you get different colors somewhere else or whatever, just read the directions. It should usually tell you like what heat to set it at for how long. The higher the heat, the shorter the time. Most sublimation items are about 360, but they can differ. We'll just give that a little pressure, make sure it's getting everything. Okay. Let's see here. We'll look at the edges, make sure those took, because on the ER one we kind of missed a little edge of that heart. I think that one looks good. I'm just going to hit this side real quick here, just for a couple seconds, make sure we get it. Okay. What I might do too is I have the transfer from the Eeyore. You can see like right along this edge, it's a little bit darker, which means it didn't all the way transfer. I may mess with that. I may not. We'll see. Look at the little piggy. He's so cute. Little piglet. Little piglet guy. Okay, let's get this off. Let's get Piglet's name. Which one's your favorite, you guys? Which one are you loving the most? I think they're all adorable. I kind of think Piglet's cute. He's so cute. Who is your favorite Winnie the Pooh character? Tell me in the comments. All right, let's do that for a minute. I kind of like Piglet. He's cute. They're all cute. They're all very, very cute. How fun are those koozies? Got about half a minute to go. I don't know, I'm looking at them and they're all so darn cute. I wish I would have brought Pooh up a little bit further, but we learned from that. So darn cute. 10 seconds. And then we'll have to we're gonna see if we can line up Eeyore. If not, I'm not gonna worry about it. We're gonna let it go. Because you can still see it. It's not like you can't see it. All right, little Piglet. Let's tear this off. All right. Okay. I'm gonna save 2 pieces there. Look at Piglet. So cute. Okay, let's bring this one over. Like I said, the edge, like this little side kind of didn't get it. This kind of smeared. So we're gonna see if we can line that up. If not, we're not gonna fret. We will not fret. I just wanna make sure I get it. It's gotta be perfect, you guys. It has to be lined up perfectly or it will look like it's smeared. Okay. So let's see if we got this lined up. And you know what? I'm going to use new tape because some of that tape looked like it had some ink on it. So I want to make sure we're using clean tape. So let's do that. Okay, let's get that lined up again. Again, you could see that looks blurry as you move it. Okay, I'm gonna move this here. We need to get that perfectly lined up here. Really taking a chance here of it not being blurry. This may be too much of a pain in the butt. Just might be. Okay. The hearts are lined up. We're gonna see. Hopefully I'm not about to ruin it. We're gonna work on this side. We're gonna try to concentrate just on this side here. Just gonna press it for a few seconds. It shouldn't take long. And if I smeared it, it's my own fault. Nobody to blame but me. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Oh, dang it. I keep putting my darn arm on there. It's a little better. It's smeared a little bit. It just makes it look thicker. Let's do this little heart over here. I feel like just this heart needs a little help. Okay, let me get that lined up really well. I think that's good, actually. Oop, may have moved it. Okay, just for a hot second here, guys. Just a hot second. Just a couple seconds. That's all we're gonna do it for. Okay. Okay, don't put my arm on there. All right, that's a little bit better. Look at how cute. Okay, that can go in the garbage. All right, you guys, tell me your favorite. Let's get this out of the way for a hot minute. No pun intended. Look at our fun little guys. Somehow, we have a little tape mishap here, but hopefully that'll come off. I could try to power wash it with Dawn Power Wash, but how cute! Oh my gosh. So cute, you guys. All right, take your pictures because we're gonna move on. All right, so cute. Maybe we can make those some giveaways. That would be fun. Alrighty, let's move along here. We're gonna use our club. We're gonna use a couple Disney. Okay. We got the Mickey and the Minnie. They're called just that, Disney-Minnie and Disney-the Mouse. The mouse himself. Okay. And we're going to use ink, excuse me. I haven't had lunch yet, so my belly is so empty with air. Okay, let's put these aside. Let's see. So what we're going to do is we are going to fit these guys. We're going to make it seem like they're popping out of the frame, okay? Let's put this aside too. Pretty soon our May club is going to be hopping out. All right, so we're going to stick him in the middle, her in the middle, and then we're going to do the frame around him. And yes, you'll see. It'll look like he's popping out. So let's do Disney the Mouse. And we got Disney Minnie. All right, let's go ahead and remove the transfer, set that aside, and we'll stick him right in the middle. Okay, and we're just doing him, we're not doing anything else. So if you need to tape off anything else because you're afraid you might ink it. We are using ink, okay? Then go ahead and do that, right? So I'm gonna just kind of go through here. We're gonna just kind of mask that, right? We're gonna cover that up because we do not want to ink that. Okay. All right, put that aside. Let's do Minnie. Do I have any black ink? Yes, I do. Okay. That off. Let's get her lined up. Also kind of centered. Okay. And then again, I'm going to mask that off because that's a lot going on around Minnie here. We're gonna, let's see here, mask that off first. Don't want to get her eyelash. I do want to do her eyelashes, but I mean, I don't want to cover any of her eyelashes. So we'll do that. And then we'll come up here and do that. All right. There we have it. Okay, now we can start inking. So I'm probably just going to keep them black and white. We're just going classic. We have our ink. Let's bring over a tray. Let me knead it a little bit here. And I'm going to kind of squeeze that down. And it's sealed, so we're going to kind of cut it right about there. And I'm not going to squeeze much out because every time I say I'm going to squeeze a little bit out, it's always more than a little bit. All right, let's grab our, let's see, I need a small squeegee. That one I've cut. There we go. I cut this one because I kind of want to be able to curve if I have to curve. So I haven't tried that yet. All right, let's grab some ink and I'm going to go away from the tape, okay? Make sure that's down. All right, and we're gonna go away from the tape. Make sure you stay on that transfer material, that teal colored material, okay? Gotta keep that going here. And we do have to knock down that heat, because this is just ink, so we can heat set this at about 300. Okay. Getting off the excess, smoothing out any lines. Okay, making sure the edge of Minnie. Let me knock this down here. Oops, nope, we want Fahrenheit. There we go. There we go. All right, let's hit that at 300. Let's carefully. Oh my goodness, so cute. You are so cute, Minnie Mouse. All right, we're gonna just gently peel off our tape. Well, I guess we won't mess with that. Let's do Mickey. Get him done. And then we'll probably do the frame like in red or something. We could do that, okay? Or maybe we do Mickey in blue and Minnie in red, something. Something like that. Okay, that was close. Stay on that transfer. Make sure you got it all covered. But you definitely want to start like at the tape and move away from the tape, okay? Because if you go towards the tape, you run the chance of shoving ink or paste underneath that, and we don't want that. We're trying to avoid that. Right? Right. Okay. Put that there, and let's lift. Oh my gosh, look at those perfect prints. Amazing. We'll heat set those two before we move on, so let's get them somewhat dry. So we're just gonna blow some warm air over it here. And then we're gonna bring over our club transfer. Aren't they adorable? If you have fabric markers, which I do, we can actually color in Minnie's bow. See what color inks I have. I have candy apple, papaya, June. Let's do cadets around Mickey. I wish I had a purple. I know I could mix red and blue, but I don't feel like doing that. The ocean mist and cadets. I could look and see what other color inks I have. Or we just stick with red and blue. We'll just stick with the red and blue. I don't know what that is. Okay, this is dry. Awesome. All right, now we're gonna bring over our April Club Couture. You'll notice if you are a club subscriber, it did say May, so that was a misprint. So this is April. Okay. We will place this, kind of center it here. Make sure I'm going straight across here. I think that's pretty good. Okay, so we're gonna avoid wherever we see Mickey. Okay, so we're gonna kind of go outward. I'm not gonna do that inner ring of dots I don't want to do that. I don't think that'll be too much work. Honestly, it's not too much work. It's just, I don't want to. So let's get this black off to the side. Oh, stop. Okay, it's at 300. All right, let's kind of do. And then we'll have to wash that real quick before we go to the red. Okay, kind of push that down a little bit. Trim that off. And we'll just stick it in a little corner. We're not going to need much, I don't believe. So we're going to just squirt that out. Okay, get another squeegee. So what I'll do is I'm going to kind of go around Mickey first, and then we'll fill in the lines. Okay, so let's grab that. I'm going to try to get right up next to him here. Again, I'm not going to go so far in to do those little dots. I'm sure it would be cute, but again, don't want to. Okay. Like I said, we'll do, we could do Minnie's bow. I'm just kind of cruising around the edge here. Okay. Do. We're taking it right to the top of that koozie there. I'm trying to get all of that excess off. No reason for it to be there. Okay. We're gonna have to get in that little spot by his nose, or I might just ignore that and move along. Okay, I think I'm gonna move here. Now, when I get down to the bottom, we'll just stop it so it's kind of even with the bottom here. All right, we're going to continue around. Again, avoid Mickey if you can. And I'm avoiding all those little circles. I just don't want to. Oh my gosh, this is gonna look so cute when it's done. You could use this transfer for so many things. Put a little monogram initial in there. Okay, I think we're good. Outside of that little teeny dot, so let's just put a little bit on the edge here. See if we can get it there. Also trying to avoid those dots, so. But I think I got it. So here comes the reveal. Ready? Check fingers. I got a little bit, so I'm going to be very careful as to how I peel this off. Oh my goodness. Look how it makes it look like he's popping out of that. How cute is that, you guys? So fun. Mickey, you're amazing. All right, because we did blue, we're gonna wash this off real quick so that we can do red. Grab my wipes. Let's start with a wipe and go from there. Okay. Get whatever we can off this top part. Okay. Let's wipe this down. Let's turn it over. This is the adhesive side. Try to get as much as that out as we can. I'm going to grab an eraser, a board eraser. Let's grab a little bit of water here. Let's spray this down. I love our board erasers. They are so awesome. I'm just trying to incorporate all that water. Get it all out of the screen here. Let's wipe this up. It's okay if it stains a little bit. I just don't want it to dry in my silkscreen. That is all we are trying to avoid here, okay? Let's get a paper towel. Clean up this mess. Okay, want to get all that moisture off the top. Turn it over. Wipe down the adhesive side. I'm not applying pressure. I am just kind of, okay, now it's getting dry, so we don't want to dull it anymore. All right. Make sure your surface is clean. Let's do the same thing to Minnie. Minnie. And then, you know what? I need a fabric marker, which I have somewhere. Where'd I put my fabric markers? Just had them. Oh, here they are. Let's see. Let's make her bow. Do we want to do red or do we want to do something fun? We could do dark blue, but that makes it like red, white, and blue, and I don't necessarily want to make it patriotic. Let's just do red. I could take my ink and fill it in, but I have a fabric marker, so why not? Why the heck not? All right, so let's do this first. Let's color her bow in. Okay, color that in. I'm going to try not to get it on the black ink. So we're just going to go around the outline here first and fill it in here. Try not to have any white showing. That's just me. Oh my gosh, so cute. If you guys need links to these markers, go ahead and say markers. Be happy to share that for you. Actually, I can't remember where I got these, if they were from Walmart or Amazon, I don't remember, but I really like these. I've been playing with them a lot. I do like them a lot. Okay, wow, that looks awesome. All right, Minnie, you're all set there. Let's put this away. I'm going to dry that a little bit so it doesn't get stuck on the transfer. It is a marker, and you do have to heat set it, I think. And it will be permanent, so it won't wash out or anything. If you have like a skin color marker, which I do, you could do that to them as well. Okay. All right, it's dry. Perfect. All right, let's get this around her. Make the stripes up and down. Okay. Noticed on Mickey it bled a little bit over here, so we're going to try to make sure that's really down. And then here's another trick with our tape here. Because I didn't do it on the Mickey, I'm going to do it on the Minnie. We're going to go straight across. Oops, that's a little low. Just to get that consistent straight line across here. Okay, there we go. Now there's no guessing, we could just do it. All right, let's get this kneaded. Get it mixed up in there. All right, and I'm gonna cut it down to about here. And then we're gonna find a clean little corner here. As we make a mess. Okay. Of course, I always make a mess out of myself. I'm just gonna grab a smaller squeegee here. And again, we're gonna try to avoid those little dots. And I'm just gonna kind of offload a little bit there. Honestly, you probably could use fabric markers for this process as well. Okay. Work on the stripes here. Man, we are going to be sporting some really cute koozies here. Some more. And this ear doesn't even hit. So we're going to come over here. Minnie's pretty easy here. Keep grabbing it as I need it here. Just like chalking, you're just spreading that ink. There's a little white there. Okay. Keep grabbing. Try to get as close as you can to wherever you see black. Okay, almost there. So exciting. Okay, a little bit of her bow there. it's gonna be a little difficult getting it in there, so I'm gonna wait till last to do that. Her eyelashes and her nose there. All right, if I get a little bit on the black, I'm okay with that. I just don't want to coat it, you know? All right, so excess is removed. I need something really teeny to get in there. So let's get one of those little brushy things. See if this helps, which it should. Okay. All right. I think we're done with that. So let's go ahead and lift the transfer. So cute. Ah, so cute. Look at her. How adorable is she? Oh my gosh, you guys, so cute. All right, and you know what else too? I am gonna spray these with water because they are ink and I do not want them to dry in my screen. So let me get these sprayed while I'm thinking about it. Let me move this here. All right, we want to keep that ink moist so that we can easily clean that up. Okay. All right, let's do this. Okay, this is all dirty. Trying to get cleaned up here. Cover this. So don't accidentally put something in there. Let's bring these over. Did I just flip that? Did I get it on my elbow? All right, let's bring these guys down here. How cute are they? So darn cute is right. Okay, let's get these somewhat dry. And then we will press them. Fill in a little bit there. I really like these. They really do help a lot. Okay. I want to get these pretty dry because I am going to use my Teflon sheet. I don't have parchment paper with me right now. So I definitely want to make sure that I get it nice and dry. But isn't that cute how it looks like they're popping out? You could use this idea with any of our transfers that have maybe a single image. I know the one transfer too, the Mickey and Friends, You know, the arms are popping out. That would be just so fun. Especially like on a pocket, that would be fun to do it on. All right, let's do this. Let's find my Teflon sheet here. Gotta move this. Ooh, is that a mess? At least it's working. All right, let's do this. Gosh darn it, I keep putting my arm in there. Let's move that over a little. Move these guys over a little. All right, just because I don't want to get in that mess. Alrighty, let's do this for a minute. We're at 300. Just heat setting the ink. We're not doing the heat transfer, so it's just the ink. Once we do this one, then we'll kind of shift it to the other guy too. I am adding a little bit of pressure because that pillow, oh, we didn't put on the pillow, but there is, you could do it on a pressing pillow too. Thanks for being with me today, guys. I appreciate your time. It's the weekend. I get it. There's so much to do on the weekend, especially if you work during the week. The weekend is usually the time you have to get things done outside, or kids have games all weekend. I remember those days. Oh my gosh, we were going in 5 different directions. We had 3 kids, all in different sports, so we were constantly following them around. It was a great time in our lives. Loved watching our kids, loved just the, them being part of teams and just learning good life skills. So these would be perfect to hold your favorite beverage while you're going to all the games. All right, we got about 22 seconds left, and then I'll probably kind of just go back and forth a couple times just to make sure we got it good. Because we definitely want to make sure this is heat set. Got about 1 second left. All right, now we're just going to kind of go back and forth. I'll go back and forth for a minute. How's that sound? Or we can hold it this way and then this way. Get it good and heat set. And then we will be good to go. We got about 30 seconds left. Again, I appreciate your time today. It's always a pleasure demoing my most favorite products in the world, Chalki'History. All right, we're down to 1 second. All right, woohoo! I'm gonna turn that off. We're getting messy. I'll have to wipe that down. This is hot, so we're gonna put that aside to cool down. All right, we are all done with our Mickey and Minnie. Let's not forget about our Pooh and Friends. Adorable. You guys, thank you so much again. I appreciate you. And I hear there's another Walt Disney collab coming, so stay tuned for that Monday-ish. Comment. Let's do this. Comment. Whoa. Comment news if you'd like to get an email. with release information. How's that sound? Okay. Let's get that up. There we go. That's what I was waiting for. All right, guys. Walt Disney. Oh, that's dirty up there. There we go. That's dirty over there. We're going to come over here. I'm going to move it over a little bit. There we go.